And Kevin Owens' victory just proved one thing. He is Smackdown Live. Throw it through. Who in the cradle shock to Kevin Owens? Who was that? The Smackdown Women's Championship is on the line as the duo of Nikki Cross and Becky Lynch takes on Nia Jax. Disarmer on Cross. Nikki Cross tapped out. Becky Lynch is the Smackdown Women's Champion. I have to ask, was that meant to happen? It is Bobby Fish heading towards the ring. We do not know the opponent for Bobby Fish here tonight. Shawn Michaels was a Monday Night Raw superstar. And now he isn't. Sweet chin music! Shawn Michaels is the #1 contender for the WWE Championship. Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is Smackdown Live. There were plenty of things to talk about regarding Monday Night Raw, which wasn't on a Monday, but go along with it. Smackdown Live though here tonight, and I think the biggest thing actually to talk about with Smackdown Live, even though there was plenty of big things to talk about regarding last week's, was actually the biggest thing that happened last week for Smackdown Live was on ECW. When Seth Rollins challenged that man right there, Kazuchika Okada, to a match at Survivor Series in the very main event slot. We will hear right away this evening from the Rainmaker himself. The first time we've seen Okada since No Way Out and since that shocking defeat to Shinsuke Nakamura. But here tonight, the Rainmaker returns and he has a few things that he wants to say, I imagine all relating to what Seth Rollins said last week on ECW. That's going to be incredible to witness, as will our main event of the evening. It is going to be the Young Bucks taking on the American Showoffs in a tag team match to determine the definitive #1 contenders to the SmackDown Tag Team titles. The reality is simple. The Young Bucks were the #1 contenders. They were declared that 2 weeks ago. Last week, though, the American Showoffs defeated Gorillas of Destiny in tag team action, who are the tag team champions, of course, and that set up a bit of a crossroads that the SmackDown general manager wants to tackle here tonight, and he will do just that in this main event of the evening. A very entertaining night of SmackDown Live action on its way, certainly. How will we gear into SummerSlam, Survivor Series? We're about to find out, because it's time to hear from the Rainmaker. Yes, 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 1,000 times yes, here he is, the Rainmaker back on Smackdown Live. Kazuchika Okada ready to deliver his message. Oh man, I'm amped up and ready, and it seems as if Okada is as well. The speed in which he grabbed that microphone. Come on, just say yes. You could just say yes and drop the microphone. That's all we want to hear. But he's not done. Not done. And he's saying that one of the universe's greatest champions challenged him. No, the greatest Okada. You're great. You are great, but you're not the greatest. Rollins is the greatest. You do have respect for one another. Rollins does appreciate greatness when he sees it. And Okada realizes that and he is honored that Rollins would choose him as the opponent for the brand event known as Survivor Series. You are correct, Okada. You should be honored because you're sharing the ring with the greatest of all time. However, the stage is still yours. You still haven't said yes yet. He is on about, though, the problems that Okada has had. He lost to Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. And then, of course, the screw over, being screwed over by his friend, someone he thought he could look up to in Nakamura. He is not finished with Nakamura at all. There is still unfinished business there. Okada warning Nakamura that his time will come. But as for Rollins, we are on. Rainmaker versus greatest of all time is go. Okada v Rollins at Survivor Series is on. Oh, yes, yes, 1,000 times yes. Rainmaker versus GOAT. I cannot wait for it. All bets are off when they step in the ring, though, according to Okada. He is going to beat Seth Rollins at Survivor Series. The Rainmaker is the true greatest, and once he's done, he will make it rain forever. Oh, are we ready? 3.5 weeks from now or thereabouts until Survivor Series, Okada Rollins is official. Alright, well. No, I'm not calm. Actually, no, I thought I was going to be calm. I'm not. Okada Rollins. Survivor Series, main event. Smackdown vs ECW, but two of the greatest champions we have seen. Oh my god, please. I am so ready. I cannot. Oh, why is it Survivor Series tomorrow? That's all I need. Just announce Survivor Series tomorrow and we're fine. We're good. Okay, I think I'm calm. There's a lot of action to get to here tonight on Smackdown Live, so let's get into it. Starting things off with The Miz one-on-one against Kevin Owens here. Owens again going to be having another match. Third week in a row that Kevin Owens has had a match on Smackdown Live. Maybe be his fourth week, actually. May have got that one wrong. I'm not 100% certain. What I do know is that Kevin Owens week in and week out is fighting here on Smackdown Live, but last week was a very interesting week for the prize fighter for the 4-time WWE Champion. Offered the opportunity to join the DCC by Chris Sabin and Christopher Daniels. Turned it down. Said he didn't want to be a part of that Tin Pot Club. Said he had better things to do. Said he had more things that he wanted to focus on. And he was not serving Chris Sabin. Chris Sabin did not deserve it. Christopher Daniels, who was speaking on behalf of Chris Sabin, did not take too well to that. An immediate match kicked off between the two, which Kevin Owens won. However, an attack last week from a man, no idea who he was, speculations made over as to who it could be. Some that I actually would have believed, like Punishment Martinez was one, but as we saw on NXT, he joined Sanity, so that wasn't happening. Others maybe less correct, like Frankie Kazarian. I'm not too sure how Kazarian is half a foot taller than Kevin Owens, but if you so believe it to be that way. And I think the only other one I saw aside from that was Bram, and maybe it could be Bram. He was kicked out of the DCC back in April, but maybe they've come back and they've decided to align once again. I don't think it's Bram. I'll be honest, I think there's a plethora of other talents it could be. Maybe it's someone of their own accord that they recruited. May I remind you, Chris Sabin did once bring in someone we had never heard of before. He did once recruit a man we had never heard of to the DCC, and that man ended up being Corin. And look at everything that he's done in NXT over the last year and a half. Could we be looking at another Corin heading here to SmackDown Live? Or is there something else? Is it going to be a guy that we already know of? Is it going to be a guy making his debut in this universe? Is it someone returning to the DCC? We really do not know, is the honest truth. And as it currently stands, considering there's no apparent appearance of the DCC here tonight, we won't know either. That's the reality of the situation. What we absolutely do know for certain is that Kevin Owens and The Miz are squaring off one-on-one right now, though. Both men trying to gear each other up, heading into whatever they may have going forward. Kevin Owens, I believe, has unfinished business with the DCC still. I think he wants to find out who that man is. And, well, just take care of him, really. Maybe sooner rather than later. Maybe find out who that new piece to the DCC is. Can't be The Miz. Miz is taller than Kevin Owens, but not by much. That guy towered over Kevin Owens. Actually, no, they're quite even now that I look at them. Yeah, that guy was an easy half a foot taller than Kevin Owens was, so I think that takes away a lot of people. Still have no idea who it could be, though. What I do know is that Kevin Owens is trying to put that behind him right now and focus on this match against The Miz. Miz, though, fighting back. He realizes there's a great opportunity ahead of him here tonight. A dazed, confused Kevin Owens. Victory over a four-time WWE champion is going to do the world of good for him. Nice bit of work there by The Miz there with that clothesline in the corner. Here we go now, running tilt-a-whirl neck breaker. Kevin Owens goes down. Last week, of course, we also saw some pretty shocking news, and the new #1 contender for the WWE Championship being announced, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels of all people. We'll see more about Michaels actually up next. Michaels going to be taking on a new debut to SmackDown Live. That much I'm very excited for. Weird how the tables can turn so quickly. A week ago, Michaels was the new debut. Now he's welcoming another new debut to SmackDown Live. It's interesting how things can turn around like that so quickly. Miz right now, though, doing a really solid job of a Kevin Owens. Owens, though, finally able to stop him. Cracked him with that kick in the gut, and now Owens has him up. Beautiful transition. Slams him down. I believe that was called a go-home driver. Only got a 1 count on it, though. Miz proving a little bit difficult here. A little bit tough to beat. Kevin Owens, though, gonna knock some sense into him. Owens breaker by KO. Maryse distracted the referee. However, Kevin Owens not done right now. And neither, to be fair, is The Miz. Looking for that running clothesline in the corner. No one home. Owens in with the counter. Oh, pop a powerbomb Kevin Owens might be looking for there. And it got countered. Owens retorting to rolling to the outside. And certainly, one thing that we're realizing right now is that the Kevin Owens, the change that Kevin Owens has been undertaking. Skull-crushing finale. Never mind, because The Miz may have this one. There's 2, and Owens kicks out at 2. What a thrilling contest this is to start SmackDown Live. Miz in again. Thinks he has him. Another cover, and this time an earlier kick out from KO. Oh, man. Miz thought that was it. He thought he had him, but he absolutely did not. Neckbreaker now by The Miz. What I was going to say is that Kevin Owens, the change that he's been trying to make has been received from this crowd. They're cheering Owens on. They want him to win for a change. What a forearm there from the prize fighter. And what a match this is to open up this evening on SmackDown Live. Still got plenty of action left to get into. Oh! Snapmare driver down there into the mat. That was beautiful from The Miz. All things considered. And Miz may try and steal one here using the ropes. Oh, the referee saw it though. Ref caught eyes of it. No luck for The Miz. Good counter there though by Owens. He really needs something big right now because The Miz has been all over him in this contest. Up on the shoulders. Torture rack. Into a neck breaker from Kevin Owens. Beautiful thing there. Will it put away The Miz? No, Maryse getting involved again. How much more can the referee take of her interventions, I wonder? She's been called in question a lot on SmackDown Live. The leniency of the refs when it comes to the distractions made. Owens breaker strikes. Will Maryse choose to intervene again? It seems not. Miz in with a counter though. And this one's still going away here. Looks for that clothesline again. Hits nothing but the turnbuckle. Kevin Owens, hope for something there. He's giving up his back to The Miz now. Miz might have been hoping for skull-crushing finale. Kevin Owens came out with a counter there. Counter from The Miz. Counter from Owens. These men are just trading reversals back and forth. Super kick in the gut. Super kick by Owens. They are going all out for victory here. Running knee in the turnbuckle now by KO. Now what else does he have mustered up his sleeve? Owens in, rolling up Miz. Will this be enough? Will this do it? No, Miz kicks out at 2. Owens though lifts up Miz, kick in the gut again. Might have once more been looking for that pop-up powerbomb and got denied it. Owens now trying to crawl to make the ropes. Miz with a Boston Crab locked in. Owens escapes it. Owens though lifts him up. Good forearm in the face by him as well. Oh no, Miz is in trouble. Miz is in big trouble because here comes Kevin Owens. Cannonball! And now Owens should have had the path to victory secured right there. But The Miz throwing them back in the ring. Owens though, lifting him back up on his shoulders. You look at how quick Kevin Owens is to act. That's the mind of a thinking man. That is the mind of someone who can adapt on the spot. Torture rack, neckbreaker, Maryse getting involved again. Surely that's the last straw for the referee. That's about the third or fourth time she's intervened in this matchup. Owens in, Maryse in the background, being removed, telling her to get out of here. Referee not interested. Maryse has been ejected. Kevin Owens in, finally striking. Package pile driver from Owens. DCC, wherever you are, Owens will fight you, but not quite yet. The Miz kicks out again. Oh my god. Oh my god. Miz might be in. Miz might be in here. Miz gonna look for something. No. Owens found the counter to it. And now Owens trying to roll up Miz again. What a thrilling opener this has been. Is this where it ends? No. Kick out of 2 by the Miz. Oh my, just how much more can either guy take? They've thrown so much at each other here in this opening contest. Owens in, cannonball sent onto the Miz. And finally, Kevin Owens thinks it's enough. He has exerted enough here. And he's done it. Owens victorious with the cannonball sent on over the Miz. And it was little surprise. Miz kept in it, you could argue, far more than once, courtesy of his wife Maryse, until she... No, he's back again! He is back again! Whoever this man is, for the second week in a row, he has jumped Kevin Owens! You have got to be kidding me now! He has jumped Owens from behind, and we are still none the wiser who this man is! Once again though, look at the size difference between these two. Sabin-Liza. He's going to do it again. He is going to do it again to Kevin Owens. Up on the shoulders. Or not. Interesting. Why did he do such a thing? I don't know. Maybe Kevin Owens had the counter planned. But this man is now just wearing down Owens. Making his life a misery. Kevin Owens, a passenger to what's going on. Oh my goodness, this man's intention now was just to assault Owens. He's laid him out again. Kevin Owens for the second week in a row jumped, but just who is he? That's the second week in a row that it's happened, and that's the second week in a row that we are without answers as to who that guy is. He's that tall. He's about yay big and about yay big. That's all he wears a welding mask. Anyone know anyone who wears a welding mask? So, Punishment Martinez was the favorite. It's not him. It's not Frankie Kazarian. I don't think it's Bram. Who's left? Is it someone already on Smackdown? I'm trying to think of guys that... It wouldn't be Kane. They wouldn't go through all of that just for it to end up being Kane again. We maybe at another Corin. Personally, I don't know. We'll find out. I hope. Because this investigation's going nowhere. And no one knows anything. We'll see. We're going to move on to our next contest, though. Coming up next year, we got the number 1 contender for the WWE Championship stands right there. The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, beat Bobby Fish last week to have that number 1 contendership come his way. And now we wait to see what happens when he squares off one-on-one against a new member of SmackDown Live. I've been told this man was quite the commodity on NXT. Interesting. There's a little clue for you right there. And I like a lot. I know that music. I know that man. Matt Riddle is on SmackDown Live. The King of Bros, Matt Riddle himself. Wow. SmackDown Live really weren't messing around. This new commodity has without a doubt come in to shake up the place. That is quite the acquisition. NXT, I guess, happy enough to part with Matt Riddle, and here he is. A week ago, he was an NXT talent. Tonight, he's on the big stage of SmackDown Live, and his first match is against none other than the #1 contender to the WWE Championship. What does that say about what SmackDown Live General Manager Christian James thinks of Matt Riddle? But indeed, how will he cope against the Heartbreak Kid? That is the question, and we are about to find out the answer to it. Wow. I definitely didn't think it was going to be Matt Riddle showing up. But there you have it. Collar elbow tie between the two. Clean break. Matt Riddle now in this collar elbow tie-up has the arm of Shawn Michaels. May have not been Michaels' wisest decision to get into a grappling contest of all things with Matt Riddle. Mixed martial artist still is Matt Riddle, basically. That's what his expertise is in. Michaels, though, trying to just use his experience and maybe some speed that he still has left in him to work his way around this. Riddle now has him down on the mat, though, has the arm, and that is definitively going to be Riddle winning that collar elbow tie-up. Wrenching on the arm there. Riddle's in great shape. Look at it. The body of this man. The shape he is in. Definitely pound for pound. He's going to be a tough man. But we'll see what he can do in this ring right now. Look at that. Easy takedown. Into the full mount right away there and unloading with some strikes onto the Heartbreak Kid. That is a very quick way to execute that as well. Michaels' ground game might be where Riddle looks to excel. That was beautiful. Planting him down there. Some kind of reverse suplex driver, it looked like. Riddle into the cover here early on the Heartbreak Kid. Michaels kicks at it. The counter one. Keeping this match alive for him in the early goings. Shawn Michaels now once again calling about tie-up. Michaels is going to use his strength to get out of it. Back elbow there. And Riddle goes down. See what Michaels can do here now. Back suplex. You better believe that it's going to be that from the #1 contender. Imagine if Riddle pulled out the win here over Michaels. What the hell would that mean going forward? Oh, what a super kick from Riddle. Jesus, that was something there. Forearm, countered. Michaels on the apron now. Counter there from Riddle. Forearmed him right in the face. And now Riddle using the ropes to his advantage there. Nicely done indeed. Michaels now draped against the second rope. Matt Riddle has total control of him here. And Riddle need him right in the back there. Michaels had a history of issues and pain in his back. Riddle knows it's there to exploit. He's not trying to be underhanded in it. The back is something that you frequently aim for in a match as well. So if it's weak, then that's just going to be an even greater advantage for Riddle to take apart in. Oh, both men flying at each other there and neither connecting with their target. Michaels, though, his entire body went into the mat there. Probably why it took him longer to get up. Riddle doing a great job right now, though, of keeping Shawn Michaels at bay. The #1 contender to Brock Lesnar's WWE Championship in trouble. Running knee in the corner, though. Missed it. Great counter by Michaels. Back suplex again. Nails it. What can we see from Shawn Michaels right now? Here we go. Starting to unload away. Chops and strikes. Riddle in with a counter of his own, though. Turning him round. Back suplex. Saito suplex to make it even worse. On the head and the neck. And an armbar being applied here by Riddle. Crosses the legs, rather. Makes it even harder to get out of the hold. Trapping Michaels' arm in effectively. But the Heartbreak Kid able to endure. Hang in there. As he has managed to do so throughout his entire career. Michaels, not too sure what he was looking for there. Went completely the wrong direction with it, though. Well done. Michaels, flying forearm. There it is. And the kip up after by the Heartbreak Kid. He'll take himself up to the top rope. Does he think he has it in him? Michaels with the elbow drop. And he could be one move away from killing any hope of Riddle's successful debut. Incoming. Sweet chin music. Cover by Michaels. There's two and a kick out from Riddle. Well, Bobby Fish didn't kick out of the sweet chin music last week, but Matt Riddle is kicked out of it here tonight, and Riddle fighting on. Flying forearm of his own. And Matt Riddle now, he has the arm. He has the arm of Michaels, and stomping down on it right away as well. can see from Riddle now, he has Michaels down on the mat. He is in essentially complete control. There's no doubt about it. Michaels is still down here, though, and it's not looking good for him, in all honesty, either. Riddle lifts him up. We're going to be seeing... Oh! Dumped him down face first into Bro Mission! Bro Mission locked in here from Riddle. Will Shawn Michaels have to tap out? He's kicking. He's fighting to try and get out of it. Michaels trying. Still, but with no choice, he taps out. Matt Riddle just won his SmackDown Live debut. And not only that, but he just beat the #1 contender in the process. What a debut for the King of Bros. And after the fact, a shake of hands. Michaels is the #1 contender, but Matt Riddle just beat him. What the hell does this mean? That's the real question to ask right now. What does this mean? Riddle just beat the #1 contender. Now where do we go? We're going to have to find out very, very soon. There's no doubt about it. But right now, we got to move on to our next contest. The Intercontinental Champion is in action. Yeah, Finn Bálor is in action next. Wow, that was surprising. Let's move on. Next contest of the evening, I guess. This should be a fun one. Man, SmackDown Live is an ever-changing landscape, isn't it? There's no doubt about that. Well, here we go. Kofi Kingston to go one-on-one against Finn Bálor here. Another great opportunity being handed the way of Kofi. He knows the chance is there to go one-on-one against the Intercontinental Champion himself. That is a huge chance being garnered his way. Can he make the most of it here is the big question. And the answer we will most certainly be finding out in just a moment, I would imagine. He had a match against Shinsuke Nakamura in the opening SmackDown Live of the Series of Universe. Came up on the short end, but it was up against a Nakamura who had just come off a huge win over Kazuchika Okada. Now he's taking on a man who we saw at ringside last week, and a man who also knows that he's facing Dean Ambrose at Survivor Series for the Intercontinental Championship. So much happened on last week's edition of SmackDown Live. But Finn Bálor will face Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental Championship. His bodyguard, whatever you want to call him, the man who's always by his side, and Bad Luck Fale was responsible for why that is the case. But there is maybe the leader of the Originals, I'm not too certain. What we do know is that almost every member of the Originals has a title. The Intercontinental title held by Finn Bálor. The SmackDown Tag Team titles held by the Guerrillas of Destiny. And as of last week, the SmackDown Women's Championship held by an insurance policy of the Originals in Becky Lynch. The insurance policy that she is. I don't know if she's the proper member of it. I will be honest, I don't know if she is or if she isn't. Because the other member is supposed to be Nikki Cross. The actual member is supposed to be Nikki Cross, but instead, the insurance policy that is Becky Lynch is the SmackDown Women's Champion. We'll see how that'll go. Because actually, talking about those two women, we'll see them up next. But as for right now, Finn Bálor ready for this one here against Kofi Kingston. With a smug smirk on the face of the Intercontinental Champion. As we learned last week, Christian James confirming our thoughts. AJ Styles was injured at Fastlane. And that is why there has been no Styles seen since that event. Courtesy of Bálor, courtesy of Fale, who's on the outside. Now, sadly, Finn Bálor is the Intercontinental Champion, but for how much longer we might be asking, because Dean Ambrose is in the hot seat for that Intercontinental Championship. Already a two-time Intercontinental Champion. Actually, both men are. Dean Ambrose might be seeking number 3 out, though. Very, very soon. We'll see about that. As for right now, though, Bálor might not be looking too far ahead because of the fact he's got to worry about Kofi Kingston here tonight. We've already seen a #1 contender be displaced just a moment ago. Could see another one displaced here if Kofi beats the champion. Good opportunity for him, but we'll see how things will go right about now Kofi Kingston versus Finn Bálor, and Bálor exploding out of the gates there. Sling blade to Kofi. Came over, traded between SmackDown and Raw. Not too certain who was traded over. We have assumed at this point it was Randy Orton for Kofi Kingston. But I'm not 100% certain. I assume it was. What I can tell you, though, for a fact, is that there are some trades made that heading into the Series of Universe that you have not seen yet. They have yet to make a grand appearance. They are signed to their subsequent rosters. That much is for certain. Nevertheless, we focus on this match here tonight. Kofi Kingston right now has actually got out of the gates a little bit, and he is starting to unload now on the Intercontinental Champion. Double knees in the back there. Fale feeling the pain of that one. Some kind of slam there. Finn Bálor in with a counter, though, up on the shoulders. Great counter by Kofi. Reverse DDT. Speed that Kofi's possessing right now. A little too much for Finn Bálor to handle, it seems. Fale looking on the outside. You better believe that Fale will, if he can, will intervene to the best of his abilities. Already seen it here tonight with Maryse. Wouldn't be surprised if we see it more than once again here tonight. Kick in the back there by Kofi. Bálor is stuck on the mat right now. Not exactly getting much assistance here. Not exactly able to find a counter either. Oh, there we go. There's some assistance. Fale in with a distraction right now. And of course, Finn Bálor will make the most of it. Saito suplex down on Kofi Kingston. Of course, that was to be expected. And Bálor now has control, and he will make the most of it. Wait a minute. Under the ring. Fale getting involved. Steel chair slid into the mix. Fireman's carry. Pele kick as well. Here we go. Distraction by Fale. Referee not looking. Steel chair in the head. Ref never saw it either. But Kofi, wow. Kofi able to hang in there and still keep on going. Fale's distraction may not have proved as successful as they thought it was. But I think regardless of anything, you know, Kofi is known for being resilient. He's proven it. But one thing that we got to pay attention to as well is the fact that Kofi did just get a steel chair in his head. So I think whatever the case, Kingston's going to be feeling the effects of it. Kofi now kicking the back of Finn Bálor. Bálor once again still stuck down on the mat. Can't really find a way back up to his feet. Kofi sends him into the turnbuckle. Double knees in the back. Oh, but there it is. There's the counter from Finn Bálor now. And this may be the opportunity for the Intercontinental Champion to unload. Kofi in again to stop him, however. Looking for the suplex back in the ring, and he will get it. Suplex connected to Kofi there. Sorry, by Kofi. Wait a minute. Was Kofi calling for it? I thought he might have been. Kofi may have been hoping for the Trouble in Paradise, but it seems as if the Finn Bálor was in no mood to get up to his feet. That steel chair shot may have actually done absolutely nothing to Kofi, because he is not only fighting in this match right now, he's controlling it. Counter there by Bálor, though. Sling blade. And down goes Kingston. Kofi again, though. How diligent he is to counter almost everything Bálor is throwing his way. Bálor now running chop in the corner. Snapmares him. Drop kick in the side of the head. Courtesy of the leader. I think he's the leader of the originals anyway. And Bálor will go up high. He thinks he's done enough here. Finn Bálor. Coup de grace to Kingston. And with the cover, there's two. And sadly, there was three. Finn Bálor that easily displaced Kofi Kingston. A real shame to witness. Kingston was rocking and rolling there, but maybe the steel chair shot in the head caught up to him. Maybe Bálor took advantage of it with that drop kick in the head. Either way, Finn Bálor victorious over Kingston. And that is the reality of that situation. The Intercontinental Champion with another win. Give Fale the assistance on that one, as he did intervene more than once. Quick match. Sadly, a match I wanted to see more from, but the originals just aren't interested in doing things that way. There's no doubt about it. Nevertheless, Bálor, your winner. Will we be saying the very same at the Survivor Series? We'll find out in due time. Let's move on to our next contest of the evening, though. Once again involving the originals. However, maybe not in the way that we expected, because it is Nia Jax versus Nikki Cross, but neither of them have the Smackdown Women's Championship. So yeah, I mean, I talked about this at the start. Becky Lynch was the SmackDown Women's Champion. Is the SmackDown Women's Champion, my apologies. How did that happen? Yeah, triple threat match last week. Well, I mean, you saw it at the top of the show. Triple threat match last week, and Becky won it, but she beat Nikki Cross in order to... Oh, no. Oh, they're here. They're here. They are here. Cross is going right for Nia Jax. She is running after it all the way down the ramp and from behind on Nia Jax as well. The SmackDown Women's Champion just watching on as this match will begin now between these two. This was the match we were supposed to get for the SmackDown Women's Championship. But the reality is now this is just a number one. This is just a one-on-one match, and neither woman hold the title. That woman there holds the title. Now a 3-time women's champion in this universe. But the question is, why did Becky beat Cross for the title? Was it a miscommunication? Was it a part of some master plan? I don't know the answer to that question, is the reality. What I do know is that Cross is exploding out of the gates here. I don't think Nikki Cross is very happy at all with how things transpired last week on SmackDown Live. I think she wanted more. I think she wanted that title. And instead of getting that title, what she has instead is nothing to show for it. Her insurance policy, the one who was supposed to secure the title for her and make sure that the title was around her waist, is the one holding the title. Is this all for some master plan down the line? I don't know. What I do know is that Becky Lynch has had a busy week already. Last night on Monday Night Raw, my apologies, attacking Asuka before her match and laying her out in the ring. No one knows why. But Lynch showed up, baseball bat in hand, clocked Asuka, and that was it. She was gone that quickly. I heard from SmackDown Live manager Christian James earlier, and he said that he had no knowledge of the attack that was going to transpire, much the same as I did with Drew McIntyre in the original, sorry, my apologies, Drew McIntyre and the British Empire. But it was a very, very shocking surprise to bear witness to. And now I wonder what we are going to see from it as time goes on. Why did Becky attack Asuka? Why is she the SmackDown Women's Champion? Those questions, still don't have answers. They're still yet to come out. But what we do know right now is that these two women are facing each other. There's no doubt about that one. And we've just got to see who the winner is going to be between them. Flying forearm, Nia Jax refusing to go off her feet. DDT attempt by Cross. And again, Nia in with some heavy counters. And Cross goes up and over the top rope. Lynch just watching on it from the outside. She hasn't done anything to get herself involved in this matchup. And Cross is not going to enjoy this impact. Double-handed choke bomb into the thin padding on the outside. Up on the shoulders now, and Nia Jax just throwing Cross down. Oh, you bet Jax has some frustration with Nikki Cross 2 weeks ago. Her and oh my goodness, drop toe hold there by Cross. Both women getting up to their feet. What I was going to say was, 2 weeks ago, Nikki Cross and Becky Lynch attacking Nia Jax. Of course, last week on SmackDown Live, they took the title away from Nia Jax as well. Nikki Cross now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Fisherman's. Oh my goodness. Fireman's carry neckbreaker. Where did that come from? Cover. Oh, it got 3. The Fisherman neckbreaker. There we go. I finally got it. But again, a sudden win here on SmackDown Live. Nikki Cross out of the blue just won this one. That was sudden. And Becky Lynch watching on the outside right now, but how quick did she just beat Nia Jax? Look at this now. Lynch and Cross staring at one another. In the ring they are. And whoa, whoa, whoa! Lynch just grabbed it! Lynch just grabbed Cross! A Bex-Plex of all things! What? Becky Lynch just attacking Nikki Cross now! Where did this come from? Nikki Cross was none the wiser! Exploder suplex! Becky Lynch just downed Nikki Cross! And the former SmackDown Women's Champion is down! The insurance policy has just turned her back on the woman she was tasked to look after! Becky Lynch! What are you going to do here now to Cross? Hanging her out to dry on the ropes of all things. Becky Lynch with absolutely no respect whatsoever. It's almost like she's just taking care of business. Just taking care of the trash. Cross sent up and over the top rope. Nikki Cross is down. And Lynch is demanding a microphone now. And look at her now. Lynch has a microphone. This crowd is shocked. It's stunned. Nikki Cross is still down on the outside from what just happened. I can't get over this myself. Why did that just happen? And Becky Lynch quick to just say that Nikki Cross fell for the plan. She was never part of the originals. It was nothing. She was used for nothing except making sure that she was the women's champion once again. Using her to steal the #1 contendership and to take back what was Lynch's. They played her the whole time. And Lynch moves on to talk about Asuka, discussing that every other woman needs to realize Becky Lynch is the greatest women's wrestler in this universe. The only one worthy of being, the only female worthy of being in the originals. And she attacked Asuka on Monday Night Raw to prove that. She is willing it to prove anytime, anywhere, against anyone to go with it. In Lynch's eyes, this is her time to shine. Doesn't matter to her who they put in front of her. She will keep on going forward. Everyone will learn to regret it. The SmackDown Women's Championship is hers. They cannot take it away from her without killing her. Lynch has become obsessed with that title. That much is certain. And Lynch, in closure, saying the originals are a collection of the very best. They have one more goal left to accomplish. For now, though, Lynch is going to offer an open challenge to any woman in this universe. If she wants to prove, she wants to prove she is going, she is the best, and she will do just that. So everyone better get in line and get knocked out. Lynch was the fatal piece to the originals. Make that 3 titles of the 4 on SmackDown Live that the originals have a handle on, and make that Nikki Cross officially out of the originals. It feels like outside of that, the opening of this evening, everything has centered around some kind of group. There's been like, what, 2 examples where there hasn't been something centered around a group. We had Okada accepting the challenge at Survivor Series and Matt Riddle debuting. Everything else has been either about the DCC or the originals. And even this main event is about the originals, because it determines who the #1 contender is for the SmackDown Tag Team titles, the definitive #1 contender. Talked about this previously. The Young Bucks won a #1 contenders match. They showed that they were the #1 contenders for these tag team titles. And then that all changed last week when the American Showoffs defeated the Guerrillas of Destiny. Then basically the rulebook was thrown out of the window and we had to suddenly decide who the real #1 contenders were, and that's exactly what the SmackDown General Manager has done here tonight. Main event slot for this matchup between the American Showoffs and the Young Bucks. Very interesting matchup indeed. Ziggler and Cody Rhodes against Matt and Nick Jackson. I like it. What a main event we are in for. And I think whoever wins it, the tag team champions are in for a very, very tough outcome. Whatever it's going to be, there's no doubt about it. It's a tough one for them regardless. Plenty of, felt like plenty of Survivor Series talk happened on Raw. Just to clarify, plenty of Survivor Series talk has happened on Raw, but it feels as if a little bit has died down here tonight. But then again, we had the announcement everyone wanted to hear. There's no doubt about it. Tell me someone who didn't want Kazuchika Okada to accept that challenge made by Seth Rollins. Find that person, drag them in front of us, and we will shame them. We will laugh at them for not wanting that match to happen. We have that match happening now, and it is going to be an incredible contest to bear eyes on. I cannot wait for that. To be fair, after everything that happened on Monday Night Raw, I'm kind of glad as well that that was all we got here tonight, because there was plenty that happened on Raw. And here tonight, we got the news that we all wanted to hear. And on top of that, we just had some insanity as well regarding the originals. And now here tonight, we find out who are the number one contenders to the tag team titles. I don't know when this match will take place, but what I do know is that we are about to find out the definitive, the true number one contenders to the Smackdown tag team titles. Here we go. Matt Jackson going to start this one off against Dolph Ziggler. Both teams have been showing great premise under SmackDown Live manager Christian James. Matter of fact, the American Showoffs formed under the SmackDown Live general manager. He wanted to see them in action more than once. He got his wish, and now Ziggler went from being a man who was detested on SmackDown Live to pretty favorable. Much the same as Kevin Owens has done as of late. But Ziggler still has his tendencies there as he cheap shots Matt Jackson. There is some very, very interesting past between Ziggler and the Young Bucks. All former members of the Bullet Club. All once shared a history with each other. What the hell is Matt Jackson doing here? Oh, drop kick through the ropes. Not even a legal man, but will make the most of the opportunity. What I was going to say, sorry, yeah, they were all members of the Bullet Club under the leader who has returned to this universe on ECW and Adam Cole. That was, about a year ago at this point. And it was Survivor Series last year where the Bullet Club started to all fall apart. And a man responsible for why the Bullet Club started to fall apart is that man on the outside. Dolph Ziggler's tag team partner in Cody Rhodes. When he took the US title away from Adam Cole, everything started feeling like it was going to crumble. And lo and behold, it did. Rhodes certainly didn't take any praise, didn't take any say that he was the one to kickstart the fall of the Bullet Club, but certainly he did have a part to play in it. And then everything fell apart, and within 2 months, the Bullet Club ceased to exist. That was the past, though. That was last year. This year, it is insanity everywhere we turn. For SmackDown Live, still, to be fair. And I am very interested to see how things lead heading into Survivor Series. Here we go, though. Tag made. Hard strike in the gut. Cody Rhodes, the legal man in this one now on Nick Jackson. Sends him in. No, he doesn't send him into the turnbuckle. Went for the drop kick. I think he caught him on the way down with the drop kick. Great verticality from Rhodes to hit it. But now we wait to see what else Rhodes can do here. He has Nick Jackson. Just how he wants him, to be fair. Not going to happen for much right there. Drop kick of his own by Nick Jackson now. And this may be where the Young Bucks turn things around. They kind of need to, in all honesty. Here we go. Irish whip in the turnbuckle. Let's see what the Young Bucks have in store for us. Tag made. And double elbows. Keeping it simple right now. Ziggler wanting back in this matchup. Matt Jackson doing his best to deny that. Kick in the gut. Clubbing blow in the back to go with it. Matt Jackson looked for an Irish whip. Great counter by Cody. Went for some kind of a kick, it seems. Rhodes in again there with a great counter. Both these guys just trading reversals back and forth right now. Up against the ropes once again is Cody. Look at that from Matt Jackson, though. Handspring, Hurricanrana, kip up after it. The agility and the speed from the Young Bucks is outstanding, and we just saw it firsthand right there. Went for the tag into Nick, denied. Cody Rhodes going to throw Matt Jackson over to the other side of the ring, and he will make the tag into Dolph Ziggler. And now a double team move. Oh, returning the favor. Double back elbows to Matt Jackson now. And Ziggler went to throw him in. That was exactly what Cody Rhodes did, only he connected cleaner with that dropkick than Ziggler. Flying clothesline. Matt Jackson trying to crawl to reach the tag to his brother. He was a long way away, and he was able to counter as well. In the turnbuckle goes Ziggler. Went for the tag there, got denied. Ziggler Irish whip up and over the top rope. Counter by Matt Jackson. And you better believe he's going to take flight here if he gets the chance. Went for the crossbody and just completely overshot it. That was his own fault there. Ziggler gets countered. Leg sweeped as well. Matt Jackson definitely needs to make the tag into his brother right now. He has tried more than once here. Kick in the gut. Stomping him down. Again and again and again. No tag being made there. Just ruthlessness from Matt Jackson. Might have been looking for it again there. Got countered by Ziggler and sent across the ring now. Over to Cody. Tag made again. Going after the arm of Matt Jackson. Perhaps not the wisest decision in all honesty. Considering, Matt Jackson's kind of known for his speed. You take away someone's speed, you take away their legs. Not sure what that was all about, but Matt Jackson nevertheless has him here. Oh, what a Uranagi, I believe that one was there by Matt Jackson. He's in now. Went to run at Cody Rhodes. Didn't come up with anything. Rhodes has him. Up in the air. Dumps him down face first. Again, Nick Jackson clamoring. Trying to get that tag ever so desperately in. Cody Rhodes now. He's going to go. Is he going to go for it? Yes, he is. Cody Rhodes, I believe this to be... the Indian Deathlock. Not the American Nightmare Lock. Indian Deathlock applied here by Cody Rhodes. Matt Jackson, though, quick to escape it. Very quick to escape it indeed. He is desperate to make that tag in right now, trying over and over again and getting denied over and over again. Credit where it's due to the American Showoffs. They are doing an incredible job right now of containing Matt Jackson, stopping the tag being made. And now they've just cornered him off in this turnbuckle. He is feeling the pain of this contest. And Cody and Ziggler just looking at him, essentially. Oh, no. Oh, crossroads. That was why Cody looked at him. With a crossroads. Cody into the cover. Nick Jackson in quickly and able to save his brother. Kick in the gut made by Nick Jackson. Drop kick made as well. Ziggler wants the tag in here. Ziggler's going to get the tag in as well. Matt Jackson is still down. No, it's not looking that good, is it? Except it is. Nick Jackson doing absolutely everything in his power to save his brother right now. Trying to will him on. Matt Jackson could have been out of this a long time ago. I don't know. I really don't know how much more he can take. He needs to make that tag in urgently. Counters him. Sends him into the turnbuckle. Nick is there, but again, he won't go for the tag. What is it with Matt Jackson and not wanting to make this tag right now? I'm not too certain. Super kick by Matt Jackson. Maybe that was the reason why. Nick Jackson finally in this one now. The super kick was nailed. And great sweep of the leg there. Countered. Ziggler. Irish whipping him into the turnbuckle again. But this time, it's countered. This time, Nick Jackson able to stop him. Flying knee. Bulldog coming up after it. And this is what we wanted to see. The fire being unleashed from Nick Jackson right now. The Young Bucks coming back in this match thanks to Nick Jackson. Super kick counter by Ziggler. Famous counter by Nick Jackson. Super kick from Nick Jackson. That was incredible to watch. Sends him in the turnbuckle. The tag is made here. Line it up and they will knock it down. Here we go. More bang for your buck. The Young Bucks could have them. Rhodes trying to get the tag in. That's not going to happen. Counter by Ziggler. Up and over the top rope. And a forearm sends him to the outside. Oh my sweet goodness. Ziggler up on the top rope now. No way. Ziggler crossbody to the outside. What a move. But it's Nick Jackson who sends them back in the ring. Nick Jackson up on the top rope now. But he's clocked by Ziggler. No. Matt Jackson counters them. Crossbody countered by Ziggler. Slammed down on the mat to go with it. Strikes him. Stumbles around. Matt Jackson went for a drop kick, I think. Got swiped away there. This is an insane match right now. Ziggler in with the counter. And again, Matt Jackson, the handspring. The Hurricanrana. The kip up after it. Oh, his back, I think, may have given out in that moment. Tag made. Nick Jackson back in here. And Nick Jackson will pull himself up to the top rope now. Does he have the final piece to the puzzle? Nick Jackson. 450 get met with knees. This match is still so alive between these two sides. The tag will not be made into Cody Rhodes. The roll-up will be made by Nick Jackson. Will this be enough? Cody's in, but it's okay. Kick out secured at 2 by Ziggler. Running dropkick, countered. Strike, countered. And again in. Small package this time. Small package by Nick Jackson. Cody ended up breaking up right away. Clocked the ref in the process. Not sure if he intended to or not, but the damage was done. And look at this now. Cody Rhodes sent up and over the top rope. Neck breaker made. Is there anything left in either team? What a back and forth match this has been. This has been insane. Now what will we see? Powerbomb, assisted powerbomb combination here from the Young Bucks. Matt Jackson lifts him up. Super kick from Matt Jackson to make them the #1 contenders. And again, Cody saves them. Oh, German suplex though from Nick Jackson. Rhodes rolls out of the ring. And up on their feet they are. Ziggler is essentially on his own right now. It is still either team's game right now. Rhodes recovering on the outside. Splash by Ziggler in the ring. Matt Jackson wanted to tag in. It wasn't happening. Famous by Ziggler. And he jumps into the cover. Will this do it? No, because Nick Jackson made the save. Oh, look at this. Oh, what an open-handed slap there by Dolph Ziggler. And the aggression, though, will be taken out on Matt Jackson. Busted him open as well. Oh, this is getting dangerous from both teams now. Who's going to put the other one away, though? This has been outstanding. Both teams deserve the shot at the titles. Tag made. Rhodes finally back in this one. Off the ropes he comes. Down on the arm. Oh my, is he gonna? Cody in. Cody Rhodes is in. And he's gonna strike. Dense fire on Matt Jackson. And is that the end? Rhodes. He's mocking him a second. He's taking too long. He's not going for the cover. That's why. Rhodes off the ropes. Knee drop down on the bloodied face of Matt Jackson. And now, though, now he will look to end it. Looked for Crossroads, but didn't get it. Backbreaker connected by Matt Jackson. Lifts him up. Super kick by Matt Jackson. He goes to the top rope. Can he do it? Matt Jackson in. Moonsault to Rhodes. And what a moonsault at that! He covers Cody. Nick Jackson's in. Ziggler isn't. And the Young Bucks have done it. They have done it. The #1 contenders to the WWE Tag Team titles are the Young Bucks. That could have gone anyone's way. Each team had a handle on victory more than once in that match. And what a match it was. But what a win it is for the Young Bucks, your #1 contenders. It is going to be the Originals versus the Young Bucks for the WWE Tag Team titles. What a contest. What a main event. What a SmackDown Live we have witnessed. We know one thing is for certain here tonight. If anything, there's been a lot of confusion here tonight, but one thing is apparent. Okada versus Rollins is on, and I absolutely cannot wait for it. That ends another chaotic night of SmackDown Live action. And guys watching, take care and ta-ra.